Jason, I'm going to ask you again. Who are you favoring now at this point?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Honestly, with how this game's gone, especially Train, with how back and forward it really was for such a majority of the time. Well, it wasn't even back and forward. I mean, technically kind of was the 10-10, you know, running it back for both teams. But I almost want to say envy, but I still feel like when I see Inferno, I'm going to think of MIBR. Maybe it's just because I'm not a believer in envy just yet, even though they've been putting up a hell performance so far.
Ready? It's going to be an early trade. Oh, he's not going to be able to do anything versus Mihu, and they're looking to try and wrap back around, but they got to be careful of Fur. He's heard the footsteps, but he doesn't spot out Mihu. Again, this man kicks things off strong on the T side. There is going to be rotation coming back in on the flank. Moose in a good position to hold them off, but KNG, while jumping, manages a shot off the back of the CZ and gives them at least a road on towards the B side. The worry, though, is Mihu.
Well, time's going to work out against MIBR. The flank's going to be coming in, and every second that ticks by, it comes closer to fruition. KNG going to lead the charge in first. Gets the first kill on a Calyx. Now it's down to a 2-on-2, and they still have no idea they're being flanked from behind, but they might not even need it. Ryan gets the first kill. Now he's just playing for time, and he gets the second. And there you go. Envy will take the pistol round.
It's again, it's mostly Mihu. Like those opening picks, the USP taken, and from then on, just straight dome for the rest of the round. It's going to leave the CT side with some financial issues, obviously, but they are going to take the force. Now, this is understandable on a map like Inferno. You could come in with a bare bones buy, but they're one of the only teams I see consistently running a double up setup on Inferno. They like to bring in two. They do have the personnel to do it, but very costly. And more importantly, you need to make sure you have all that utility. KNG, though, maybe doesn't even need the AWP. He's got the scout, and that's going to be enough to open up onto Nifty.
Well, again, you can't count them out just yet. I feel like that early kill coming through, it kind of prevents Envy from just kind of running away with this round. You can see Mihu looking to push up middle. Again, just waiting for anyone to peek in against him. And this was kind of Envy's plan. If you think to T-side train in normal time, it was just wait for anyone to push. Wait for MIBR to get aggressive, which they've done so many times across the series so far. But with Moose already pushed up inside of apartments, they might actually make the play in towards A. You see Taka way on the other side of the smoke, trying to play around it as well. Spots out one, spots out two, and he gets both players now down, and somehow he escapes with his life.
Shouldn't be allowed to do that, Mihu. Moose trying to trade things back desperately. Well, it has to be an ace now for Mihu. He will at least be able to retrieve the bomb, but I'm not sure what his plan is. A second kill goes his way, but a nasty tag in the meantime will leave him low. Fallen still holding onto Banana. He has an incendiary. Like, if he ever tries to go to B, it's going to be Molotov'd off just to deny that push. And a shot from Fur is going to close the round. MIBR break back almost instantly. Will leave Envy in a bit of trouble when it comes to their money.
Well, it's a little bit off topic, but still no popping. Is that right?
I've been hearing a bit, so it might be on my end.
Okay. Just wanted to check. Anyways, yeah, all tied up at one apiece. MIBR do bounce back from that at Envy. What do they have to spend? I mean, they have some pistols here or there. They forced up with the armor as well. If they could obviously win this round, they could potentially reset MIBR on top of this. The nade already doing some some early damage up against Mihu.
Straight through the smoke. The Deeks come through for the T side. It's going to be the spray down from Taco to quickly trade back too, but the bomb is going to be able to make its way onto the site. Of course, this is an almost full investment from the T side. Nifty saving a bit for the AWP, but ultimately they wanted to try and win this round through. Take some control. Calyx so clean on the Deeg. He does, however, get tagged in return, and Nifty needed that kill. He's going to leave it all up. Calyx once again. Echo and Fallen trying to ruin his day. They got the bomb down. He can't quite connect the first Deeg, and he's now being pressured, overwhelmed, in fact. And it is going to be MIBR getting that second round on the board. It definitely wasn't clean, and with some extra finances made, there's going to be a temptation from Envy to force, but maybe just invest that extra money into some pistols and come back with a 4-buy in the next.
Yeah. I would agree. I think that'd be the best play for them. Though it does give MIBR some time to stabilize some things. Got the M4s. They got an AK as well. And the nades looking good. We haven't really seen necessarily Envy going for some early challenge towards Banana just yet in these kind of like quote-unquote gun rounds. I'm curious if they're going to try to take it or if MIBR is just going to continue to overwhelm the stack. We're just seeing the smokes and incendiaries lighting all Banana ablaze. And then we'll get that control and rotate Taco back to the A side. Okay, so will they play a forward position or are they just going to hold back here?
Side, this really is their opportunity to make as much cash as possible. Make sure that they can keep all that extra utility going forward into the next few rounds. Have to reinvest, though. If a single player drops, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see an AWP brought into play. Nifty's been so good with his T-side AWPing. In fact, well, Mayan, that's as easy as you like. A quick 4K, and KNG just steals the ace away. Can't let the youngster have all of it, of course. Needs to make some money for himself, but more importantly, not a single player loss. So there's a lot of money built up for MIBR. Gonna leave Envy, well, with their first 4-buy onto the board, an AWP on their side, and a real pressure to start breaking back now.
I mean, Nifty was one of the top dogs for Envy. I think he was the top dog for them on train. I want to know if he can carry that form though into this map. When we see MIBR go for the ops, I mean, there was the potential to see the double op set up yet again. We obviously know they're warmed up to it. KNG was looking almost flawless with it. But Envy have already taken a lot of damage. You see Ryan down to 19, Cox down to 52, just from basically the grenades alone. And MIBR kind of playing outside of the B side. They're not actually keeping anyone tucked away inside of it. So maybe looking for the boost up and the crossfire as Fur is going to be the one up high. Interesting kind of play out of Envy though. I'm all stacking up, looking to maybe play for the contact.
Straight in, Fur already. Find the opener and so much damage done. In fact, him and Fallen combined for 2 kills, leaving the T's in a bit of trouble. Retakes already looking on. The boost up going to come back in once again. It seems like they're ready for it. Mihu is at least going to keep things within contention. A possibility. The T side to make it work. Start lining up what grenades they have to try and get them back into the site. Mayan with an incendiary could make things really difficult for the players at the back of the site. Nifty already going to be forced out. He's so low, and already the trade's coming back thick and fast. There's nothing even he can do this time, as the diffuser will eventually come in, and MIBR, well, they've had a lot of bomb plants go against them, but not a lot of rounds.
They did so much damage with utility in that round alone. I actually want to take a look at it. Yeah, 107 for Fallen, 61 for KNG, like almost 50 for Taco. They softened them up so easily, it seemed, as they were making their way in towards me, even just off the the start of the round. Make it very difficult for Envy to get set up nicely. But like you said, the bomb going down again. Able to get some extra money on their side. They go for the pistols and some armor. Some Kevlar. They do have head armor on Moose though. And we've seen what they can do on train. Like, there's still a possibility they can win this round if Mihu, who seems to be the Deagle god within the team, if he can hit a shot or two. He could definitely open things up, especially since we have heavy presence out of MIBR towards B.
Gone for the early setup. To leave one man behind, but chances are the pressure's going to be put onto Mayan and Taco. Taco renowned for his pit play, but the youngster looking to try and steal the show. See Taco almost playing the off angle initially, and well, maybe he should have stayed there. Calix is instead going to put one down, and now the Argentinian trying to hold on. He's met with the same fate. Bomb plant looking likely. Hey, hold on, Mihu's actually retrieving an AK, and he's going to take the head off of Fallen, who tries a risky play through the smoke. And the CTs are actually going to have to save now. This has gone completely wrong. Their gamble on the initial B site hold caused them some real issues, and Envy have managed to take a round with just pistols.
Well, like we said, right? We've seen them do things like this on train. And what a way to win your second round as well. They're not able to rescue the op, unfortunately, though. Fur might look to make it expensive. Maybe a little Doja play, except no one's actually going to be sitting in the back of pit. They're going to run out through apartments to survive. All right, well, Mihu will stay here to make sure the bomb is safe. Oh, well done for Envy. Mihu with the 2 kills again. I feel like his addition to the team has given them such good presence on T side. Like, he just seems to pop off. But I do worry about, like, going to the second half or, like, the later portions of the half he's in. He does seem to slow down a little bit.
See whether or not he can break onto the scoreboard in this round. Back in hand. Pivotal player when it came to train. I don't think the victory would have even been close if it wasn't for his heroics on the T side. Another smoke expended. Force them back off banana. Well, there might be a challenge there from the T's, but they're just going to sit back patiently. This nade could do quite a lot of damage. In fact, it's going to dunk straight on to Calyx and Mihu. 2 players you're going to want to whittle away as much as possible. Mihu already in double digits, and we're only in round 7. Ryan, in fact, going to take the lead on this one, but they still have utility to expend at least onto Fur. A smoke in hand, an incendiary, and a flash ready. And then we haven't even mentioned the AWP of Fallen yet.
Well, looks like we need to. Gets the first kill and a second through the smoke as well, and somehow he escapes on 2 HP. Now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the retake here. Utility, 1 flash, 1 smoke out of the T side for Envy. We'll have Marin looking to flank in from Banana. It's going to take him some time, and if he's already been able to get one, maybe looking for some more, but that smoke will prevent them from seeing him, but more importantly, he from seeing them, except maybe he'll just boost up on top of boxes and get another kill. The 5-on-3 turned into a 3-on-3. And now it pretty much comes down to Marin here to open things up. He's not going to have any company directly on the Banana, but he's going to have 2 towards Dark, and Nifty's going to be pushing that direction as well. 3 players going to be here. Now the last 2, will they expect the last player to be there? It's Mihu looking to clutch us out. He takes down Marin. The bomb is being defused. He's not peeking around the corner. Fallon's protect him, and Fur is just trying to stay alive. And Mihu will get the last 2 kills, but not in time. The bomb will be defused, and MIBR will save the round.
This is a crazy situation. His team currently have 7 kills combined. Mihu has 13. Manages to clean them up at the end, so although it's not a round victory for Envy, it's going to put the pressure onto the economy of MIBR. They'll still come in with one of the AWPs, as Fallen can just about afford one, but it means he's limited in utility, which when playing the B site is not something you want. And in all honesty, if Envy now go on and win this round, it might actually be a better situation than if they'd won the last. The force would have been coming anyway. Sure, the money would have been even more of an issue. Here we go, Calyx. Second door picked up on the T side is already going to get that opener. However, it doesn't last long. Ooh.
I want that sound to be the Zeus sound when he died. Ooh. Ferber's looking to actually play really aggressive towards Banana. And they're actually leaving Nifty alone here. But the site smoked out. Is looking like he's going to peek in towards CT. Taco, assuming going to be expecting this. Actually goes for the boost up here. How does he get this far in without being spotted? Might be false information, though. Might be baiting teammates to come this way, but it's not baiting any CTs to head back towards the B site. But Nifty's somehow still alive while the push is coming in towards A.
This is something we saw on train. He's the fake. They fake with an AWP. It's kind of crazy, but he seems to do a very good job of it. He held the defense there. Now it's up to his team, but unfortunately, it hasn't gone too well so far. KNG just holding on the site. The time ticking away. 15 seconds, and as the cavalry arrives, Taco will clear out the remaining on the T's. It's still Going to be decent money for MV. The pressure's not going to be let off, but more importantly for MIBR, they got another round.
"13 kills for Mihu. Calix is on 5. Nifty and Ryan at 2, and Moose on 1. That's insane. And they only have 2 rounds for that as well. You just have to imagine if everyone else was starting to hit the shots that Mihu was, what could that scoreline be? Could we have another 8-0 in the works for Envy? On the other side, Mayer, and again, I don't know your opinion on it necessarily, but I feel like he hasn't necessarily flourished within the team like we saw him previously during Pro League.
I think it definitely varies. I think that he still has very high impact plays, and I don't know if he's necessarily in this team to be a star. He's just a good addition that's going to learn over time. So I don't know. I don't think we're really able to judge too much at the moment. And I think the fact that they've done decently, at least, and if they win this map, they're going to be in a good position to get through to the playoffs. I think MIBR are going to be happy with that. So he started well in this map. We'll see if he can keep it up. Was a very young prospect being given a fantastic opportunity in this side, so excited to see more from him. We saw a lot of him in Sharks and Beast, but doesn't always need to be as much, especially with this man on his team, although that is not the start they were looking for. KNG escapes, but the youngster left behind to take the shrapnel. These are actually going to go pushing into the Molotov, at least a sound cue for Taco, who is still in play. They've got 3 players on this site. It's not like it's an easy defense to clear, but still money issues. Fallen with only an SMG and not his trusty AWP, and well, that's definitely going to help. A shot through that kills out Nifty. He's, in fact, going to take that as this site is closed. Fall back into mid.
They haven't fully even committed back towards the B site. Like, look at this. There's like some talking going on, some communication about who should go where. I guess they're trying to leave a player to still be a nuisance over towards the A site. A little bit of a distraction play out of Calix potentially. And they're actually going to go back in towards A as well. They still have Taco here inside a pit. With just a flashbang. And Nate gets dunked directly on top of him. 2 of them come in. And KG will respond with 1, but the bomb should be planted here, and it's going to come down yet again to a 3-on-3 retake.
This is, unfortunately, a much different scenario for MIBR. Previously, they were set with heaps of utility, weaponry, and with a bank to fall back on. In this case, they have none of the above, so they're just going to have to save their weaponry. It's an unfortunate circumstance, and I'm sure everybody, including myself, would love to watch them go for this round, but this is the right decision. Didn't really have much to get them back in with, and the AWP being so low on HP, it would almost just be throwing a gun into the hands of the T side. So Envy are eventually going to break back, and more importantly, break the money of MIBR. They've been doing so much damage over the last few rounds, but never quite being able to take through the victory. They've done it, and they've left the CT side in a bit of an awkward situation of whether or not they actually force up into this round.
1800 for Taco, 2200 for Marin. The other side, I mean, looking pretty solid. They obviously have all the utility to use. Even Kanji's going to drop an ump over to Marin. So they will go for the force up, but they've got 3 SMGs around the M4 and the AWP. And Kanji will head towards the B site. They're starting up with a 3-man stack over towards B. And actually try to flash each other in, I believe, to look for an early pick to kind of get in a man advantage here, considering they definitely need it. But no aggressive play in towards apartments. Me, who's leading the charge, as he's going to be walking forward directly into Taco, spots him. Wants to push it in, but doesn't expect Marin to be there. He gets some decent damage onto him, but it looks like the hit might come in towards A. Taco's going to go for the chase, and he catches Mihu out. That's the top fragger now. Out of the server for now. But still not able to rescue that weapon.
I'm sure they'd love to. Their buy definitely isn't particularly pretty. Fill the T's with a good chance here. Flashbang actually catching himself, and Fur taking a risk for facing into this angle. Maybe a player waiting for him, but in fact he gets the kill. He even managed to make his way back into the arch, leaving the T's now with 2 men down. Sure, they're going to start rotating back to B, but they're not going to like what they find. It's KNG holding with that AWP. Sure, he's passive, but even support coming in from Fallen. With a smoke remaining, 35 seconds up and coming on the clock. If he even throws this down now, it's going to become awkward, but he's saving it. He's waiting to the very last second, to the moment where MV are going to be really hurt by the fact that it's gone down, and now they're just going to walk into this scope. There's absolutely no chance for MV in this scenario. Fallen has timed that smoke to absolute perfection, and Calyx can try as he might, but there is no way he's winning this round.
So with 3 SMGs and M4 and an AWP, I guess you should just say the smoke is really all they needed there at the very end. MIBR do take the round. Now Envy, what do they have? 5K on Calyx, 3.9 on Nifty. If they do force up to AKs, they're going to be missing a decent amount of utility. So just some pistols, I guess, being bought up for them. A little bit of armor as well. MIBR looking to potentially go up to 8. But then again, I say that and I think back to around the Envy one before, which is the pistols. It's mostly off the back of Mihu with the dirty deeks to come through. And Marin, oh my god, he is so far pushed up. How does he escape? How does he not take a single point of damage yet? Finally, the shots do come in. Mihu's able to get him through the wall. And now Taco's there. And Taco gets chipped down to 3 HP.
Make that 2. He just took 1 off the nade. Alex is going to get spammed back. They've got to be careful. They lost a round like this earlier on the A site where they got caught out by the pistols. Alex and Mihu, the main offenders. I'm going to group back over towards this B site. Only 1 man here. It's Fallen once again. He doesn't have a trusty smoke to defend him this time. It's going to come down mainly onto just fragging out. I think denying a bomb plant seems fairly unlikely, especially with Moose having a rifle to boot as well. Smokes do fall in. He does a lot of damage spamming, but doesn't manage a kill. Well, I say that. He eventually does get one. I think they actually smoked twice into the church, which meant that there wasn't one for CT, but luckily for them, there was absolutely no one there for having to be the one to do the heavy lifting here, as so much of a tag has come in onto his remaining teammates. Luckily, Taco working that AWP. Moose at the back of the site, though, still very healthy. The flashbang, it works on Moose, but it also catches the player pushing in somehow first. Still gets the kill, and he'll close out the remaining double. It's very, very close with the pistols, even though 3 players survive. But MIBR, they've won the half.
They have. I think Envy can be at least happy that they're able to get the bomb down with just the pistols bought up here. They're obviously going to go back into the full buy-up another time. But 8-3 looking pretty decent for MIBR. Cost them a little bit of money losing a couple of players there, but nothing we're going to care too much about. It's all about these rounds, and Nifty, I'm assuming, is going to be buying up the AWP here. Yeah, he's going to be going for the shots yet again. Mihu's on 15 kills. Moose and Nifty on... Yeah. And, you know, Ryan, Nifty, Moose, 3-2-1. He needs some help, and maybe, with that shot at Nifty, maybe he's getting it now.
Aggressive peek taken from KNG. This time it's going to be punished. Nifty's been quiet so far, so you can understand the risk. Going to try and really batter D-side early in the round. It's been the more passive plays, though. Most of the time they've actually worked out for MIBR, causing these late executions. Instead, this time MV's going to take mid control very early into the round. Fallen has rotated into Arch. Nade into mid. That could do a lot of damage. Does at least tag a few. Fallen's just going to have to expend as much utility as he can. He doesn't want to allow them to wrap onto his teammates without him having some presence. Still plenty of time for the T's to make their move, so really that much of an issue for them here. With all these smokes falling, you do worry for the CT side, but that's an important kill. At least stops Mihu wrapping around, leaves the bomb actually alone on the Arch side for now, so Ryan pushing in could be in a bit of trouble, but he just wrecks Taco and now leaves Mayan in the pit with so much to do, so many angles to check, so many people to worry about. He does stay alive, though. He gets the kill, a second as well, and he leaves Ryan alone. A clutch to try and hold on to this round. trying to tap the youngster out of that pit position, but he's not being moved at this point. A nice shot onto the player, rounding the corner at least, but it's not going to be enough. Mayan, what an absolute beast. Now working, so...
Well, it was a new day, Tom.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like you took over my troubles in your new day.
There we go, though. Nifty with an aggressive peek. Gonna find anything, at least initially, on Banana. Of course, the CT side have come up with decent purchase. In fact, both teams financially not too bad at the moment, mainly because the loss bonus is there for Envy. Gonna get this mid control again, but it was Pit that they struggled to clear. We saw them previously when they did manage to take over it. Nade stack. That was one of the things they tried, and it cleared Taco out of that position. Already, though, it's the early pick for KNG. Not what the T's wanted to see come up on their kill feed. And the nades just coming through, doing so much damage, just whittling this offense down. Ready. Now going to see Taco to find another one. Leave it back into a 3v4.
Well, they're still looking to group up towards Banana, it seems. Fur's going to be there, but Fur's not going to have a smoke anymore. I think he's just playing for the kills here. And they're going to be wrapping around the corner into him eventually. They're actually going to be trailing onto this angle. You have to, you're going to check this, but it doesn't seem to matter. Fur still gets 2 kills. Counts with AWP. Maybe hoping to get a kill or 2. Maybe hoping to survive, but he won't be able to do any of that. And that'll be now 10-3 for MIBR. Getting very close to it. I mean, they're already dominating the first half, but...
Jason,
any more rounds? What's up?
I think you've done something very impressive, which is somehow managed to play your game audio through your microphone. Because I'm hearing your footsteps and your bullets. Ooh, that was so quick from KNG. Pass flick to start things off, and the T's just going for a half buy into this round. Again, they're going to try for Arch side. This time looking to actually wrap seemingly into towards B. Taco does shut down one and actually escape. Maybe not realizing that Miyu's actually coming this direction as well. It's going to be peeked by Fallen. In the meantime, Alex has found another, but it's left all onto Mihu once again. He's got 17 kills so far. Make that 18 as he goes pushing into the site. There's only one defender hiding in the graveyard. Mihu very wary of someone coming in from behind. Now at least it's patient from Fur. Means that the defense will be split. I almost wonder if it would be worth just stacking up together. Face off against the powerhouse, the one man who's been dragging Envy through, kicking and screaming. Mihu with absolutely no idea where this last player is. Mayan once again, they just can't clear him. He never seems to fall, and that's a problem. He's 15-8. They're 11-3.
Okay, well, I went back to my other settings. I guess I'll just work on this after stream. Hopefully you don't hear anything anymore at the end game. I don't know how. I actually don't even know how that happened. But either way, 11-3. Envy back in the buy-up op in the hands of Nifty. Though it doesn't really seem to work out so well for him at the moment. 18 kills for Mihu. This is insane. No one's passed 10 kills on this team so far.
Well, he's back to more than his whole squad again, which you never want to see. Especially when this is the last round of the half. Nifty's gone quiet. Moose has yet to show up, and this is the worst possible time. They brought this to a third map. Now they're getting bodied by MIBR. But holding around Arch once again. Nifty's not going to connect this shot. There will be a push to try and help out. And smoke going down, but there's some counter utility to be had. Taco wary of a peek, and he's perfectly timed it. Mayan steps up as well. And it leaves just 2 remaining, luckily. What? Okay. May not have many kills, but that is an impressive one to find. Mihu has been phenomenal, but he can't do anything this time. And Nifty, well, if he clutches this one out, Going to have increased his kill tally. Huge margin, but at the same time, 45 seconds left. 4 players to find. A deep position from KNG, one that won't be expected, but he misses his shot. It's just going to be the run around as he actually goes for the knife. BM from KNG, and he's even going to get the kill at the end. What a way to end out the half. A 12-3 in favor of MIBR. We've got some ads to run, but we'll be back after a short break.
Running road so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. Yeah. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the light, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car, or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances.
Well, it might be a pretty short second half. A dominant first coming out from the side of MIBR. The Brazilians were almost flawless, but for one man, it was Mihu with 18 kills, who was phenomenal in that first. If he can continue it into the second and someone comes up with him, maybe there's a chance for a comeback, but they're going to need to pull off a miracle. Ryan, however, does already kick things off. An opening kill for the CT side, setting themselves up nicely, but the trades are coming back. Ryan once again, and he's actually dropped the bomb this time, making things a little bit awkward, but Mayan's still going strong. Maybe he's looking to be the tank. Already 18 kills for him as well. Him versus Mihu, it seems. However, he's going to fall left onto Taco, and this time there's nothing he can do. The lifeline will be gathered up, Jason. That at least means that Envy will get their fourth.
They just rushed into the site. They didn't really seem to care too much. They're like, all right, let's just rush A. Maybe a little disrespect, but also at the same time, they didn't really invest in the grenades anyways. But that first shot into Ryan, I think, kind of slowed things down to a halt there. It's able to help get the rotations through. It also prevents them from getting such a massive advantage when it comes to actually taking the site. Either way, now, Envy, they're just doing a lot more rounds on this to close this out. And Nifty again. Well, I know Banks apparently is in the chat. You can get all excited about this. He did see get two kills last time. But I imagine he shouldn't be getting too much off of this.
Already quick trades for the T side, and that's going to start things off wonderfully. Taking a lot of damage in return. Moose actually has an incendiary to at least try and deny the cross, and Taco's going to get stuck in the flames. That leaves 3 players now sub 50 HP. Incendiary also going to go down. A smoke thrown out, and straight through it goes Moose, just trying to do some damage, but he can't quite deny the plant. That was the hope. Stop the plant from going down and give them a better chance, at least of retaking this site. Even still, there's a huge possibility. They've got a kit onto Ryan. He's already going to manage to find one, and these 2 players just looking to lurk through the smoke. It is going to be the MP5 to get 1, but it can't get anything more, and now it's left onto Moose. He's doubled his kills just with that singular kill. But can he pull off the clutch? It's going to have to be the rifle already. The defusal begins, but he doesn't have a kit. So there's so much time for Fallen to kill him off. And now he needs to try and find that diffuser very quickly indeed, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
Oh, MIBR, they're going to lose every single person. They're still going to win the round nonetheless, and that's something they're obviously going to be very happy about. Moose is able to rescue an M4, so able to get something out of nothing there in the end, at least. It's not able to quite find that kit. But just look at this. I don't know if you have the scoreboard up, but I mean, just look at this. Like 20 kills for Mihu, Ryan on 9, Calyx on 9, Nifty on 5, Moose on 3. And you look on the other side, 18, 18, 12, 13, 10. Like, how bad does Mihu's back have to hurt at the moment? It's such a phenomenal job at, you know, but sadly, it's only none of them 4 rounds. It's looking like Z-Woo almost at the moment.
Well, round is not going to be a pretty one for Envy. Of course, they did manage to do a lot of damage, but it was them who won the initial round, so they've had the full brunt of the reset. No real finances built. That game has done so much damage as well. And this is just a chance to farm some kills, although they stack the top of Banana and find a lot back in return. Mihu's going to be able to pick up a rifle. There's a second one to be had as well. Now, well, he's going to make sure that there's not really a chance of this round being lost. Gets himself deep into the CT spawn, just waiting for anybody to wrap around through the library. Smokes things off as well, so it's a safe plant for Taco. But I don't think the CTs are going to challenge us at all. You've got 2 rifles,
no.
You found an SMG, you're in a good spot.
The only downside is that that's going to put MIB up to 14, and potentially Fallen would be able to chase this. Again, he doesn't really have much money at the moment in the bank, but he can deny as many of these weapons as he possibly can. Even have Fur going to be pushing from CT spawn. This would be tough for Envy to maintain. They do have the range advantage, but it doesn't matter. Fur's just going to jump up in the air, get a flying headshot onto you. I think Calyx and Mihu are just hoping they can maintain these weapons. I think Calyx is just going to hide the whole time. That nade coming in. Oh, the nade gets him, and Fallen closes out Mihu. They don't save a single thing here, Tom.
Everything's gone wrong for Envy. Absolutely everything. MIBR are just 2 rounds away from putting themselves second into the group. It will leave Envy on 6 points. Liquid also on 6 points. And then I believe, I don't know who won out of and Bad News Bears, but one of them will now have 3 points. That would be quite funny if one of them actually makes a comeback somehow and manages to steal that 3rd spot. We've been talking about a 4-team race to the top, although I feel like Furia at this point, have to be guaranteed at their spot, at least in the quarterfinals. They've gone flawless thus far. Nifty does as much damage as he takes. It is going to leave CT side a bit of a pickle. They're starting to get surrounded by the T's. Mihu does manage to find one through the smoke. Doesn't realize that First still in this corner. That AK juggled over at the perfect time, and Brian starting to get pincered. He's got support. The moves. He finds one straight through the smoke and leaves just 2 players remaining, and they're going to clean this up. Envy get their stack there in time. And while, even with the amount of damage they did over the last couple of rounds, they're going to leave it a bit awkward for MIBR now on the purchase.
Yeah, awkward indeed. 4,000 for KNG. 3,600 for Man. They're actually going to go for the buy up here. So KNG and Fer going to be on the AKs. Marion going to be on the Galil. Fawn on the Deagle. And Taco on the Tech 9. Up against still an awkward set of lineup of guns out of Envy with the Moss and the Ump. But KNG's already been knocked down to 50 HP. Oh no, they're not expecting to push that Molotov. He might get around behind them. He spots it the first and the second as well. And KNG has single-handedly opened up this B site by himself.
And that's round over. The CTs really can't afford to challenge for this now. They know that they've lost the site. You can see Furs already looking to try and hunt down some of these remaining weapons because they just basically don't want to allow them to get anything going into what could be the final round of this series. With Taco only on a Tech 9, I bet the whole MIBR are going to be laughing to themselves there. The one man has just managed to make such a catastrophe out of the defense of Envy. Brian at least put down Fur. Moose picking up another. They're making things very costly for the T side, who don't have a huge amount of money themselves. Of course, the CTs don't really want to have to rebuy absolutely everything, but in all honesty, I wonder if that was worth it. Like, the CTs going into the next round are going to struggle. The problem is, so will MIBR.
And to be on map and match point right now for Envy. I mean, they finally have been able to get a couple players above 10 kills to join me, who's sitting at 21 at the moment. But do they have the weaponry to hold them off here? That's be the question. Obviously, a big game for them. If they can somehow bounce back in this, they can almost guarantee themselves a spot through into the quarterfinals. Oh, Calyx. Nice little jump peek to spot the T's moving up towards Banana. Again, the information so important, so pivotal. Pivotal? My mind stopped working. But still, either way, you do have Taco spread out towards apartments in that general direction. You got the bomb moving up Banana. Calyx needs to not die here as he does get one through the smoke. So man advantage going the way of Envy, though he's lost a lot of HP. And MIBR don't seem really too fussed at the moment.
Lost the man who won them the last round. Luckily, still got plenty more where that came from. Iron's been superb as well, dropping 20 kills and looking like he might be there to lead the way this time. There's only going to be 2 players here. The rotation's actually very far away, so even a 2-for-2 trade would be absolutely fine. Anything less, okay, maybe it's a problem. Got to be careful of the man on the boost. But already mine just walks in. It looked like he was completely blind. Calyx, he doesn't quite connect the Deags. That could be it. That might be the map just slipping away from them. As now they're going to have to try and go for a retake. 2 AKs at least. A bit of utility, a scout for Nifty. There is an opportunity, but it seems like the window and the margin for error are so slim. They've got to make it now, and Moose already looking to push in. They're taking so much damage. It seems like it's all over. Jason Ryan going to try and clutch this out, and he won't stand a chance. The Brazilians, they do what was expected of them initially, but Envy definitely gave them a run for their money.